Hey, Larry. Hey, Carmel. Hey, Fern. I had to let this guy in here because he kept scratching at the carpet under the door. He would not stop. Like a child, I probably shouldn't let him get his way, but I did. Hey, Julie. Hang on one second, guys. Let me rub off my lens here. Looked a little foggy, like it had a smudge on it. Hey, Connor. I was texting back and forth with the lady who has Zelda and Wilson. Hey, Kimberly. And they are still nervous and in hiding. I feel really bad because, I mean, they adopted cats and now all they want to do is hide out under a sofa. Um, she says they'll come out and eat when nobody's in the room. And Zelda will come out and explore a little bit until she comes in, and then she hides. And Wilson just stays hidden. Oh, we are. It's only been 2 days. Hey, Connie. Yeah, and I told her a week just to let them stay in a room, not have free run of the house. I told her I felt bad, like I'd Tabby. I told her I felt like I gave them defective cats, and I was feeling guilty about it. But she's very understanding. They're all super nice people. I told her just to give them a few days, and hopefully they'll come around. But poor Wilson, I mean, he was. We knew he was going to be nervous. He was nervous here a lot of times. What this, Hank? Well, I may have to set the phone down and get Tabby out because Stella's not happy that he's in her window. But he was so insistent on coming in here. You gonna bring it back? Bring it back. Good job. So smart. It didn't take Hank any time. Like when we brought him here, within 20 minutes he was out of his carrier and sprawled out on the floor. Zelda and Wilson and Lionel were a little. Good job. They were a little more reluctant. We're getting all choppy and laggy. Maybe it'll pass in just a second. You ready? Oh, that's terrible. I'll move really slow. Oh, man. Is it still super choppy for you guys? I may have to do my restart the YouTube app trick if it gets too bad. Okay, good. My wife's probably in there stealing all the internet, as I like to say. You ready? As soon as it gets better. Yeah. Stand by just a second, guys. I'm going to restart YouTube. I'll be right back. All right. That seems to be a little better for now. Usually I can tell just by moving the camera a little bit. Hopefully it'll last. Good job, Hank. You're getting good at this. Good job. So I have video evidence that he plays fetch now. I've told some people that my cats at work used to play fetch and they acted like they didn't believe me. But you're on film. We got you. I saw him a little bit this morning. I popped in and out during the day. I didn't see him play anymore after that, but hopefully they did. Well, I'm going to have to get Tabby in a second. Stella's grumbling at him again. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Susan. You want to leap for it? Oh, no leap this time. It says, how am I supposed to bring it back? It's already right there. Can't bring it to you when I don't have anywhere to go. Good job. All right, you ready? Well, now Tabby's in the mix. I don't want to make you jump up there and get him all agitated. Tabby. You want to get off of there so Hank can play? Yeah, Susan, we were at the office for several months. It's just been in the last couple of months that we moved the remaining kittens here. Now this is the only remaining kitten, and his mom is over there. This is our house cat, Tabby. One of the resident cats. And we're teaching Hank how to play fetch. Good job. He's just like a dog. He's just waiting on it. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm going to get Tabby out of here while I got an opportunity because Stella's grumbling. Come on, Tabby. No, come on. Come on. Go out there. In all likelihood, he will probably be scratching at the door again, but I just can't have him in here when Stella's getting mad like that. I don't want them to fight. Ready? That's true, just no kittens anymore. They've all grown up. Wilson's gotten very good at it. Zelda would do it a little bit, but not quite as consistently as Hank does. You ready? You ready? Oh, oh no, went in the closet. Hold on. I have to get it for you. You're just going to push it further down there. Ah. Almost. Oh, we got it. Sorry, Hank. All right, you ready? You want to take a break now? Yeah, he is a very pretty cat. I agree with you. You want a break or you want to keep going? Okay, we'll go again. Well, this was totally untaught. He just started doing it, so. Yeah, he had has the most kitten-like face of any of them since they've gotten older. Hey, Liz. You ready? It's in there. Well, Hank will be 3.5, I guess, for me, because 2 of my office cats did it, and his sister did just a little bit. Like I said, not quite as consistently as he's done it. Ready? It's like he forgets how to get up there, or he gets so excited he just doesn't think about it and flails around. The flying leap. He is 10 months, I believe. He'll be, I think that's right. He'll be 11 months at the end of April. That's right, yeah. Year old in May 29th, I believe it was. I have to plug my phone into the battery pack and let's see how long it takes before Hank decides he wants to get the cord. I say not very long. Yeah, we've never had that, but we've also not let these guys outside. It's probably why. I bet if Wilson was allowed to go outside, he would have brought several in by now. I love when he jumps for it like that. Well, you got to bring it back a little closer. I can't reach that. I guess that means it's break time. Says I need a breather. Well, put a hand up. Let it bonk you in the nose. Stella, you want to come down? I opened the window up for her this afternoon, so she's pretty content about being up there. And again, Melanie didn't remind me to plug or charge my battery up for the drill. I'm going to do that tonight as soon as I walk out of here. Somebody scream at me and remind me to plug my drill up when we end this today. It's very nice outside right now. It's probably in the 60s. Mid 60s, I'd guess. What if we just throw it in this little house? No, I'm in Alabama. I think we're supposed to have nice weather up until Saturday evening, Saturday night, and then it's supposed to get a little stormy again, I think. Yep, that's it. As far as adoptable cats, just Hank and Stella. Hank. Make me go over here and curl up with him under the cat tree. Well, Stella's coming down. Hey, Stella. Well, if you adopt Hank, you got to adopt Stella too. So we're going to do our best to make them a package deal so they can kind of comfort one another. They're pretty bonded. I thought for a little while that they had kind of lost the bond, but they seem to have picked it back up where they left off. Trying to prop my phone up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how successful we'll be, but I just can't see letting one go without the other right now. I mean, if the right situation came up, I might try it, but I think they tend to comfort one another, kind of like we'd hoped Zelda would do for Wilson. And I think they're keeping one another comforted, but they're also hiding. Don't get all laggy. Yeah. I just got part of the reason for that. That's the lady that has Zelda and Wilson texting me back. She said I kind of suggested that she slide the couch out just a little bit, not to the point where oh, I call her that all the time, Connie. Tell her she's eating up all the internet when she's doing whatever she's doing with her Netflix and phone and iPad, whatever she has at the moment. But no, I told the lady that maybe just move the couch enough to where you could see them better and maybe reach in and pet them. That way they get the encouragement that nobody's there to eat them and they're still safe in their little hiding spot. I have not gotten a Chester update. All I know is he was supposed to be picked up yesterday afternoon. I have not heard anything more than that yet. But I'm really hopeful that Wilson and Zelda will come around. They're not in a bedroom. They're like in a little, I don't know if you call it a sitting room or a den or what, but it's when you walk in the front door, there's a room with a couch and a love seat and a bookshelf and all that. But they are isolated to a single room right now. Stella went back up into the window again. Now, granted, the room is bigger than this room. You mean Wilson and Zelda, Susan? They're not too happy right now, but they've only been there since Sunday night. So I mean, we're only 48 hours in roughly. Um, hasn't been very long. Where are you going, Hank? But I told her I would be more than happy to go by there and maybe just hearing my voice will encourage them to come out or something. I don't know. Because as I said, while we were there, Zelda did come out and was wandering around. So, and I don't know if it was just because we were there or if she just wasn't sure where to hide yet. Come here, Stella. Stella, come here. Back to the window, or are you just going to lay down over there? What are you doing, Hank? But I really, really hope they come around. Yeah, and I mean, our permanent cats will, why is it telling me low battery when I have it plugged into the battery pack? Hold on. Get this figured out. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe it's charging. Well, if the stream ends abruptly, it's because my battery died, but it should be charging. Got it plugged in. I don't even remember what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say when people come over to our house, our permanent cats, they go into hiding and won't come out. I mean, it's a few hours after people leave that they finally come back out. Susan, I don't know. Probably not in this house. When I had the ability to do it at my office, that was great. Much more room and all that. But in this tiny little house, I mean, our permanent resident cats really want to be able to get in this room. Thank you, Kimberly. See, Tabby, when we brought Tabby home, you know, we rescued him. This was where we put him until he was properly introduced to the other cats, and he still considers this to be his room, more or less, and he wants to come in here all the time, and he hadn't been able to as much as he wants, and I don't know. It was causing problems with, you know, Tabby started to lash out towards Russell all the time, and then, you know, that was unfortunate. And then even more unfortunate is when, you know, Russell had to be put to sleep, so we don't have that issue anymore, but Tabby still wants to come in here, and he still finds somebody to pester all the time. Well, it can happen, Susan. Believe me. I think she's more active now. I don't think you're imagining that at all. She had it out for poor Zelda at the end. I don't know why. It was just another female cat, and she just didn't want to get along anymore. But no, we would love to foster again, you know, but we just have to, at minimum, take a little break after all these guys are adopted. Get some things in order that we've been putting off for the sake of not having the time to do all the things we need to do. Well, including Stella, there are including Stella, 3 females in the house. Yeah, I'll take a break. I'll miss it, but I will definitely enjoy the break. But we're not there yet. It is much less work now that it's just these two, though. I mean, feeding time, you wouldn't think that those 2 extra cats would add much more work to the whole feeding process, but with Wilson, I mean, he just gobbled his food down, and then you had to fight to keep him out of everybody else's food for the remainder of the time, and you had to block Stella off in here, which I didn't even have to. I just set her food on the floor in front of it tonight, and she started eating it. She didn't even try to stay in the cube today. I guess it could have been Lynette. I don't know much about cat psychology, but I just know Stella she would get kind of agitated with Wilson every now and then, but not like Zelda. I mean, Zelda just looked at her and she had to go smack her in the head and hiss, and Zelda just took it in stride, though. She let Stella be the boss. But we just hit 30 minutes, and we've seen Hank play fetch, and we've seen Stella jump in and out of the window about 10 times. I'm going to go plug my drill battery up. I'm sure we'll do periodic close-ups still. I mean, we've kind of gotten hooked on doing this to some degree. I haven't really put much thought into what happens after this because it's been such a long ordeal and it just goes on and on and on. I haven't really had to think about it, but I think I froze my main room stream up too. Gonna have to fix that. But no, we'll come up with something when we when everyone's adopted and we have time to figure it out, we'll do something somehow, some way. Yeah, well, we're not rushing anything. That's one thing we can say we never did was rush to get them out the door. And we're fortunate that we were in a position that we didn't have to. I mean, we had to shuffle some things around to make it work, but we made it work. Yeah, that shopping bag has gotten pretty popular. There's another one up there somewhere I need to find, unless somebody took it back home, but people just bring things in on that floor and just leave them. So they claim them. Yeah, and we'll try to do that as well. We had done that a couple of times, I think. And I'm glad you all got to see Russell the one time. I think it was only once before everything happened. Yeah, me too, Connor. I'm going to go plug my drill battery up. But I got to fix my stream in here first. So we will plan on doing this again tomorrow. Probably a little earlier tomorrow. Since I had dinner with the folks, it was a little later tonight. So I'll try to be on by 6 or 6:30. We'll make it happen, Lynette. Sooner or later, you'll get to meet her. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate it, as always. And I hope you all have a good night. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Night, everybody.